Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie, and I'm a full-time Elliott Wave trader in the crypto and Forex markets. Today's video is going to be a quick update on Bitcoin. I did try to go live earlier today. Thank you to everyone that showed up. There was actually a lot of people that showed up, and I ended up talking to myself, I think, for like maybe 30 minutes when the Wi-Fi went out. So I feel that I would make another video for those of you that got cut off and those of you that couldn't attend. If you are interested in joining the Discord where I spend most of my time, because those people are very, very important to me, the link is in the description below. If you join today, you will get the rest of January for free, okay? All right, let's get started. So we're on the weekly time frame. We're obviously having this dump that's scaring everybody. I have the moving averages on here, and we have the 100 under us, which is the yellow that's sitting at approximately 31,400. And then we have the 200 that's sitting at this last support down here at approximately 19,500. These will act as some type of bounce, I would hope. Okay, but we're going to talk about the count, and I do think we're due for a bounce here. Looking at the RSI, I did talk about that I didn't want to see it break 40. Now we are breaking 40 here. Back when we were back here and we were holding 40, these bands became very tight. As you can see here, these bands are very wide. And it reminds me of this area. Now, I'm not trying to scare you with this COVID dump, but what I'm trying to get across is that this candle right here, okay, this little inverted hammer, was the exact candle that we were holding 40. When we broke, this candle came. Now, I am still not saying we're going to dump like that. I'm just saying that I would like to see us get a relief bounce and get out of this area. That's what I would like to see. I don't want to see the weekly break down into the 30 mark. Okay. Let's see a relief bounce here. That's what I'm getting at. Now, price would need to take out 30K to take out the bullish divergence that we have on the weekly right now. Okay, if we can hold 30K, we're going to hold this bullish divergence. Same thing on the 4-day. If we can hold 30K, this pivot area here, we're going to hold this bullish divergence. Okay, let's talk about some counts because it's still having a little dumpity-doo here. All right, so the first count that I was talking about in my other video was the triangle. And the triangle is getting close to invalid. What would have to happen here for this to still work out is we would have to pivot soon. And we would have to turn this last move into a zigzag. Because this is 5 waves. So what it would end up being is 3, 3, and then 3. WXY, it would be, entire thing would be 3 waves, and then hopefully we'd come up in 3. But we need to turn. If we don't turn soon, triangle count is going to probably most likely come off the table here. Okay? Let's talk about the count that we have been looking at for so long here. So the account that we've been looking at so long is assuming that we're coming down in 3, we're going up in 3, and now it's to be determined what are we doing here. But we're coming down. For us just to stop on this support wouldn't make much sense at all because we're sitting in between 2 fib levels. The market, in all of my experience, does not stop in between the 618 and the 1-to-1. It will hit one of them and then be on its way to another wave, or hold the 618 and be on its way to another wave. It won't just stop in the middle and then continue the bull run. That I am pretty confident about. So let's talk about this leg and what it's doing. Okay, let's talk about the counts that can still happen here. The first one is that we made 3 waves, zigzag. We made 3 waves to the upside, and now we're going to make a zigzag. And that could bring us to this 1-to-1. It would end up being 3, 3, 3, WXY, and it could end it off in a WXY. But we need to see a bounce, and we need to see it pretty soon here. Okay. The next count is assuming that we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are completing 5. This is the way I'm leaning. Now, what would that mean? Well, a 5-wave move means it's either the start of something or the end of something. I don't see it being the end because we're in between fib levels where it should complete. So what will happen? Well, one of two things. If this is a 5-wave move, it will turn this into an A wave, bounce for B, and the bigger the B, the better. The bigger the B, the more bullish. So let's get a big B here. Okay? Wherever the B goes, and then we'll come down for C. We'll create a 3-wave move, zigzag, and then we'll have 3, 3, 3. If it's not an A wave, and it's 5 waves, then unfortunately it's going to turn this into 1. We will bounce for 2, and then we're going to come down for 3, 4, and 5. I cannot project how deep it will be until we get 2. And we would make the expanded flat. No matter what this market does, whether it does this 5-wave move down like this, or it does the A, the B, and the C, when it completes, what you are looking for, and I say this constantly, is a 5-wave move out of here. We have to have a 5-wave move. Why? Because we want it to turn into a wave 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 to begin the big 5th wave out of here. And we can't do it unless we come out in 5 waves. So if it decides to do the ABC and it decides it's going to hold the 1-to-1, well, we need to come out of here in 5 waves. Okay, let's leave that on. Let's get a little closer here. Okay, so when we pull a fib extension, for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let me pull that over a little bit so you understand here. Let me make it yellow to match the yellow. As you can see, we hit the 1.618 for a third wave, bounced for 4, and a fifth will usually hit the 2.236 to the 2.382. Now when we pull a fib extension for this last fifth wave, let me change that color to white, I guess. Look at this. They are coming in exactly in the same area. The fifth wave for this leg, the overall fifth is coming into the exact target for this end of this fifth right here on this support right here in this box. Not financial advice, but I think you get what I'm looking at. On the 12-hour, we've lost no, we haven't quite lost it yet from this pivot. So we still have bullish divergence from this pivot to this pivot. We cannot take out this low right here. On the 8-hour, we have bullish divergence. We need to hold it. We need to hold this bullish divergence, come down here, finish off this wave, and hopefully we are going to get a relief bounce out of here. Okay, now, say I'm wrong about this count, and there is some way that it could end here. What you're looking for is a 5-wave move. Okay, 5-wave move is going to give us the chance to finish this off and get out of here. What only thing that a 5-wave move can do and not be taking us out as here is create a zigzag. Okay, it can do that, but that would give us a big B or a big 2-wave if it ended up doing that and giving us a zigzag. But either way, we need this 5 waves. Alrighty, that's about it, guys. Let's hold this bullish divergence on the 8-hour. Let's hold this bullish divergence on the 4-hour here. We have it from this pivot to this pivot. I think we are getting very close to a relief bounce here. And let's not panic, okay? I'll say one last thing before I go. When we had this COVID dump, yes, it was devastating. It went all the way down to $4,000, okay? It was a horrible dump, but look at what we did after, okay? Look at what we did after. So if we were, worst case scenario, to make the horrible expanded flat that we don't want, Well, there's nothing saying that we cannot, right after that, blast out of here in a gigantic fifth wave. Okay? Keep that in mind. All right? And everybody have a wonderful evening. See you in the next one.